Go.
Hello.
Hello,
Could you please introduce yourself?
my name is June Smith, but I go by Juno.
Okay. I have a few questions in regards to your internship at Kelts. So please
Okay.
tell me a bit about your internship.
Okay, so my internship title is called Software Development. Internship called Application Enhancement and UX Research. So throughout the summer, I was able to be part of the software student development team here on Berea College campus. Essentially, the student software development team works on different applications. The main applications that we worked with was Celts and Celts Link and LSF Labor Form. CELTS stands for Celts for Excellence in Learning Through Service, and LSF stands for the Labor Student Flow. Essentially, we worked on those two programs, upgrading them and maintaining them um, throughout the summer. Over the summer, I mainly worked on the CUTS application where I did a lot of front end developing, but also redesigning and um, usability studies.
Okay. Please describe the most important technical thing you learned during your internship and why it was important.
I think the most technical skill that I learned was the correlation between HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I have this picture at the bottom of my poster down here where you can see kind of what HTML, CSS, and JS really is. HTML is like the structure. It's the code that essentially is placed onto the website, the contents of it. CSS is the styling of it, how you put it on there and how the user also receives it. And then JS provides all the functionality. Um, then we also work with GitHub. We used a lot of Git controls. Visual Studio was the platform that we used to actually code on. And Figma was the design tool that we used to do a lot of the redesigning that you can see in box number 7.
Okay. And then what was the most important non-technical thing you learned during your internship?
I think honestly, the most important non-technical skill was probably communication. Um, I would say throughout the summer, we had a lot of sprint planning where we worked with story points. We did an agile work process, essentially, where we had stand-up meetings talking about what we have done, we are doing, and if we have any problems with what we are doing and how we can, or if anyone else has feedback on how to solve the issues that we currently have. I mean, it was always team discussions, and I thought it was very helpful and
Thank you. Explain what you feel most proud of that you have accomplished during your internship and why are you proud of this accomplishment?
I think what I'm most proud of during my internship is finishing a project that lasted 5 weeks. It was one project that I worked on, and it was normalizing flashes, toast, and custom validity tags over the entire code's application, working through different files, working through different code, understanding the code, and then implementing changes to upgrade the code. Um, the second task that I completed was a usability study where I used the newly implemented HealthLink website and user tested it to see, excuse me, if there's any flaws within the system that could then be given to the student software development team as feedback for the next sprint planning. Um, the way I did the usability study was that it was a task-based interview. We asked the interviewees to do a cognitive walkthrough of the applications, but also we then got feedback from them through surveys. And I was able to, like I said before, give the student software development team feedback that they are working on currently the fall semester.
Okay. What were the design goals you were aiming to achieve with the student service transcript?
So the student service transcript was another project that I worked on The main goals that we really wanted to achieve with redesigning the student service transcript is that we wanted it to look very professional. It was aesthetically pleasing to be received by an employer. Um, and the word that was used was resume-like. Um, Down here in box 7, you can kind of see the design iterations that we went through. One of the main changes that we implemented was moving the total hours of the volunteer up to the top, as that is the main issue of the entire student service transcript. We wanted to really highlight that by keeping the different organizations that they work with while also showing the descriptions of, the specific organizations they worked with.
Okay. How have you used what you've learned in your internship in classes or your career development?
I think what I have learned in my internship this semester can really be applicable in the classes that I'm especially taking next semester. Next semester, I'm taking an advanced design course, but also I'm doing my ETED Capstone, where I'm planning to work again with the student software development team to create a better workflow and design flow for the other existing interfaces that they have. But also as an aspiring UX UI designer, I think that this summer I was able to learn a lot more about just design rules and the beauty of front-end development and also design, seeing how HTML, CSS, and JavaScript really do correlate with how you design because you need to understand how to design something that can be implemented in front-end development because that's what you're creating. You're creating a design that will be developed by developers. Um, yeah.
Okay, those were all my questions for you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to my mentor Brian, Dr. Hagan and Karina, and Dr. Jen. They were all my mentors over the summer. Yeah.